Hi everyone, thank you for joining this webinar. Uh, let's wait for a couple of seconds to join, to expect more people to join with us. We at Sembark are really honored to have you to be with us on this journey. Uh, I will just quickly point out to the general housekeeping rules that we have for this session. Meanwhile, those who are joining, let's wait till a couple of seconds so that we can start, so that everyone joins. So the first rule is that whatever question that you have, you can definitely shoot it out in the comment section. आप comment section में mention कर सकते हैं. Team है साथ में, वो questions को compile करके they will let us know and will be replying you on the comment itself. Or if the question keeps coming from multiple clients, we would be more than happy to answer it towards the end. Also, ये session हम लोग record करें. We are recording this session. And once the session is completed, we will share the link with all the participants in the webinar. I welcome you all who are joining this webinar with us. We are just waiting for a couple of seconds so that more people can join in and we can start. So let's start. As you would all be aware that we did similar kind of webinars in the month of October and November. Now, last webinar we did was the version update 1.165 and it was way back at 28 November 2025. Now in like last 6 months we have come up with more than 8 full feature releases. That is more than 1.2 updates every month, and a lot of updates have gone by and we have been interacting with your teams, individual employees, right? And we realize with day-to-day tour operations, they are busy using the old version of the features that we had, and they were not simply aware of the new enhancement that has come in. जो नए फीचर्स आए हैं वो लोग अवेयर नहीं थे, एंड उसके कारण से अभी भी उनको सॉफ्टवेयर पे जो प्रोसेस है वो उतनी ईजी नहीं है. सिस्टम में कई सारे स्टेप्स ऑटोमेटेड हुए, फिर भी वो अभी भी कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जो वो मैनुअली यूज़ कर रहे हैं. और कुछ इन वेबिनार्स के थ्रू इफ़ वी आर एबल टू टेल यू कि ये फीचर आपका ये यूज़ केस है, इफ़ यू आर एबल टू यूज इट विद दिस वे, you might be able to convert one more business. And that's the whole idea about this. Each webinar will highlight कि Sembark में what features are, उस webinar में कौन से powerful features है जो आपकी टीम overlook कर देती है, and it might help you कि if you use those features in your day to day life. इसके अलावा कुछ चीज़ें जो मैनुअली कर रहे थे, क्या चीज़ें वो ऑटोमेट कर सकते हैं, what processes they can automate, and common mistakes that they can avoid which other users were making, right? So about the nature of these webinars, right? So generally in past what we used to do is we had a dedicated webinar for each update. Let's say we had a webinar for 1.164, but now what we have done is instead of having 8 webinars for each update, we have divided all those updates into 5 to 6 thematic webinars. So each webinar will pick points from multiple updates, and the webinar will be more on the basis of theme which is related to your business, right? Let's say the first webinar would be directly targeting all the features that are important from your sales perspective or revenue perspective. The next webinar might be important from an operations perspective. The third webinar may be related to the reservation or the payments part, and the upcoming webinar to that, it might be related to the organizational settings, right? So in these thematic webinars, we shall move to our first webinar, which is directly covering your sales and revenue engine. The topic that we will be covering in this update would be revolving around the enhancements in the code PDF. जो आप quotation का PDF send करते हैं उसमें हमने क्या क्या changes करे हैं. प्राइस सेक्शन कस्टमाइजेशन इन कोड PDF, जो कोड में आपकी प्राइस आती है उसके बेसिस पे हम आपके पास अब क्या और फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है. If there are rate changes while doing the amendments, you can we have an update regarding that as well. And if while sharing the code and before you actually make the booking, if there are any price changes in the system, what is the way that manual work you can avoid. इसके अलावा we also have some improvements regarding the proforma invoices, right? So let's move on to the first point, which is the enhancement in the code PDF, right? So the first part that we did in the code PDF enhancement was to allow you to hide total prices in the quotation. So what used to happen is, let's say the customer is doing window shopping, right? And they already contacted a travel company. Now they are making an inquiry to you, and on the first page they will see the price and they will just simply say ki, that XYZ company is giving me 1 lakh rupees package and you are giving me 1 lakh 10,000, and they will not focus on the what value that you are creating on the itinerary and the inclusions, why you are charging 10,000 more, right? The conversation shifts entirely. They are not seeing the effort that you are putting into the customized package that you are curating for them. Also, there was this another aspect. Let's say you gave a package for 1 lakh rupees for Dubai, right? And customer, it includes Burj Khalifa tour as well. Now, let's say the customer asks you ki remove Burj Khalifa tour and your new costing comes around 90,000 rupees. But the customer is smart these days. They verified the rates for that Burj Khalifa tour on that date coming to be around 9,000 rupees. So they will do the simple maths and they will know ki you are putting 1,000 rupees markup on each service. So that expose your internal pricing structure, right? In brute force manner, they can actually calculate your prices, right? So with this feature, what we did, you can actually go to your organization settings, go to templates, go to code PDF, go to edit, scroll down a bit, and you can actually hide the price in quotation. And this option will also comes for individual PDFs as well. Now, earlier what used to happen is, this is a sample Thailand package that we have created from the system. On the first page after the greetings and the basic details of the itinerary, the prices used to come like this, right? And customer will just see this and might drop off, right? They will not see what kind of effort you have put into the software, right, or in the itinerary, right? So now with this hidden code price feature, you can actually hide that price into the system from the itinerary, and the customer can actually look and see, okay, this is what you have given me, and can actually focus on your itinerary rather than the just prices, right? So you stand a fair enough chance to actually have a shot at the converting this query, right? Moving on, there was this another case where your expertise might be into selling the land packages as well, right? You have a slight edge on the land part compared to the hotel part. So let's say you have given a 1 lakh ka package, and either the customer will book a package from you or not, because they have no visibility ki what edge you have given. So with this feature, we have given you a flexibility where you can actually mention component wise price in your PDF. So let's say if the customer have already booked the hotels from somewhere else after you have given the quotation, they can still book something from you. So in general, you will have some chance of some revenue from the customer, right? So earlier, what used to happen, customer is rejecting outright after seeing the final amount. You can still show them the individual components of the package price. So it will look like something like this. You can still go to the, again similarly, going to the organization, templates, code PDF, editing this, scrolling down a bit, and you can enable show price breakup into the system. And now with this part, your package will have more, each line item will have their own prices. Giving you an example, this was a before package right? When we have not enabled this uh, component wise prices into the system, you can see the total prices, the hotel without prices, and no prices for individual services. But with this, what you can do, you have your total prices, and yeah, sorry for this. So you have your total prices, and then you have, for after each part you will have your own component wise prices, like hotel for this, and then your land part prices as well, right? So this gives you a fair shot. If customer is booking nothing from you, they can actually book either the hotel part or the flights or the land part with you, right? So it gives you more flexibility with this. Moving on, there is this another announcement that we did. Once you are uploading the rate sheet into the system, we used to ask you to mention start time into the activities sheet, right? You will mention, okay, the cruise dinner will start from 7 p.m. and it will have a slot for 9 p.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. and so on. So this information was never meant to be shown to sales team, but it was only shown to the operation and reservation team previously in Simba. But what we realized is a lot of this kind of information is being necessary to pass to the customers as well, right? Customers were not aware how hectic the itinerary will be. Your sales team is actually might be creating a package which is overstuffed or hectic, and hence the customer might be very in a tough position to cover all this back part, right? So you will have a difficult, very hard time coordinating transfer, right? So with Simba, what you can actually do is show activity start time with each activity into the package in the PDF, right? So it will look something like this. As you can see, I have Bangkok tour, sea life tour with Madame Tussauds, then that tour, and then I have Chao Phraya River dinner cruise, which starts at 7 p.m. Right? So in this way, let's say the sea life starts at 2 p.m. and the Chao Phraya River cruise starts at 7 p.m. So in this way, the customer is clear. Okay, I have to be back at hotel by 7 p.m. and so that I can go to the 9 p.m. cruise dinner. Right? So customer can plan their meals, their transfers accordingly, right? So it's a clear communication to the customer as well. Moving on, we did some more customizations in the code PDF regarding the price part of it. So as we mentioned the theme, right? Customer were just doing window shopping, and they will see the prices first, and then they might not necessarily see the value that you have created in the itinerary. So you can actually reorder sections into the Simba software to have your own dedicated way of showing what you want to show in which order. So you can actually ask customer to view the package that you are giving to them, and then they should see the price. So you can do that into the software as well. So I will demonstrate you in this as well. You scroll down a bit, go to the reorder section, click on reorder. I don't want total price to come up first. What I want is the customer should be able to see a day-wise itinerary, a quick summary of the transfer and activity, the hotel part, the inclusion and the exclusion, the total price, flights, and important notes. I can save these details, and now all of my PDF will come in this format where the focus will be on itinerary first, then the transfer and activity quick summary, followed by the hotel part, inclusions, price, flights, and notes. Right? So let me show you. Here we don't have any prices. We have hotel first, then we have transport and activities, then we have day-wise itinerary, and then in the last you have your port price, so that customer is able to actually go through the entire PDF, review every detail that you have given to them, the costing, the hotel part that you have given, the amenities that the hotel has to offer, the land package that you are giving, what kind of tour you are providing them, and then you will have an option to actually your customer to focus on the pricing part. In this way, we are enabling your chance so that customer actually reviews your detail what you have given them. After this, we have also come up with the option price, some modification related to the option wise pricing with the multiple options. So generally क्या होता है कि customer is very unsure कि what kind of package that they want. They might have a higher budget. So as I am aware and most of you are already doing, you are giving multiple options in a single package. You are giving deluxe option as well. You are giving luxury hotels as well in the same quotation. Now, in the earlier version of SEMBA, what used to happen is, let's say you have created an option, you will see the total prices like here. You will see the option 1 price is $1,292 and the luxury package is $2,974. With, let's say as a customer, I am reviewing hotel 1 option. Okay, this is red, but I have planned 2 deluxe room, bed and breakfast. And then when I am reviewing luxury package, I just forgot what was the price. So I have to go back, scroll and remember the price and then again review everything, right? So this might not be necessarily effective, right? In an ideal scenario, in some cases, the best solution could be the person can actually mention the prices here against each option and they can review all the hotel options and then they are able to review the prices, something like this. So this is option 1, hotel prices. Option 2, the hotel prices. So in this way you are able to see, okay, this is my cost, this is how I have structured the package, right? And how to achieve with this software? You scroll for setting for pricing, right? This was the first method, show package price separately, total price option 1, option 2, irrespective of where the hotels were placed in the software. Now you can actually use second option, which is mentioning total price against after each option, right? And this will enable you for the customer to have a better experience while reviewing both the options, right? And this is how you review, right? Let's say you might have a budget for a flagship phone as well as a normal budget-friendly phone. But if you want to compare price, which option to buy, you would ideally like to have all the features at once, then the price of each software, each phone. And this enables similar psychological effect in your customer's mind as well, right? Moving on, we come up with rate change detection as well. So generally the kind of travel companies we work with are getting in touch with the suppliers parallelly, right? There is a sales team, there is an operations team, and there is this team who is coordinating with the hotels and suppliers for effective rates. So let's say you have given a package to the customer, right? And let's say 1,000 rupees. Now your contracting team has done कि वही same service they have purchased at 900 rupees. Now what used to happen is when you make the amendment for the quotation, right? System will not allow you. System was just saying the rate and you will not be aware कि okay the prices has dropped. Now I can pass that leverage to my customer कि अगर मेरी costing 100 rupees कम आई है, I should actually give that benefit to my customer and asking them to actually reduce the markup, reduce the price so that they get the best of it, right? And that is what your team is negotiating, right? The contracting or the data team. So you actually had zero visibility earlier whether the price has dropped or increased, or if prices has changed, your markup has actually changed and you are simply unaware of it. So with SEMBA, what will happen is, let's say I have created a quotation, right? And I uploaded with a modified rate. Now the system will keep this price as 0. It will force you that this price has changed and it will mention you that system rates have changed for hotels. Please review and re-enter prices. And if you try to save it, the system will give you error that the code submission has failed because the prices have changed. Now your team has to review it. Okay, the prices has changed. Should my markup strategy has to change, and they have to adjust the prices, and in that way they can give that benefit to the customer, right? Or let's say the prices have increased due to high demand. they can actually have a conversation with the customer, so that last minute there is no hiccup with the customers, right? Moving on, there is enhancement price thinking. This is a feature which many of uh, those travel companies which are working on a lot of activities and simultaneously getting rates for dynamic services, right? They used to feel earlier, if you have made any quotation with a price and the customer has converted the file, but you have not made the booking, but customer comes up to you, let's say you have given a quotation of 1000 rupees, right, for a particular service, and customer book कर लेता है वो पैकेज आपके साथ, तो बाद में कस्टमर जाता है बिफोर यू एक्चुअली मेड द बुकिंग, बोलते हैं यार दिस प्राइस दिस एक्टिविटी इज अवेलेबल फॉर 900 रुपीज़, आप एडिट कर देते हो। ये प्राइस मैनुअली जाके पहले चेंज करनी पड़ती थी सर्विस बुकिंग सेक्शन में, यू हैव टू गो टू द सर्विस बुकिंग सेक्शन एंड एक्चुअली चेंज द प्राइसेस। Now with this feature what you can do is simply when you change the prices in the quotation before the supplier is assigned, before a booking is made, this price change will automatically sync to the service booking section also with the profit reports. Now you will have a clear update on how much of your prices has changed and are you aware till the latest quote that you have given to the customer, right? Moving on to the next section, which is pro forma invoice improvements. So a lot of while you are converting the file, you are sending PIs to your customer to collect payments, right? So the first feature that we did was to introduce the text type drop down. So a lot of you will remember and have pointed out in past with us that earlier the text type field was a textual field. You have to manually type every time the text is that there in the system. आपने कोटेशन में ऑलरेडी जीएसटी दे रखा है 18%, और स्टिल जब आप पीआई बना रहे हो तो आपको मैनुअली टाइप करना पड़ता था। इसके कारण क्या होता था, नॉन स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन ऑफ टेक्स्ट प्रोसेस होती थी, थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा टाइम लगता था आपको पीआई बनाने में, और कई बार टाइपिंग मिस्टेक्स भी होती थी। तो इस वाले पार्ट पे क्या किया हमने, सिंक लगा दिया है, जो भी कोटेशन में आप टेक्स्ट टाइप कर रहे हो और आपने जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेवल पे टेक्स्ट टाइप डाल रखे हैं, इट विल ऑटोमेटिकली सिंक, यू विल सी अ ड्रॉप डाउन, and on those drop down basis पे you can actually just select and move forward. If I have to show you, let me quickly show it to you. I go to the accounting section for converted to, go to performa invoices, create performa invoices. Here you will see in the text name you have a drop down, right? And here you will see like the percentage. It will automatically fetch the value from the package itself. You don't have to actually create text type, manually type every time. So it becomes easier for you, right, to manage all of this. Moving on, the next part is last year in June, July, we did component wise markups as well, right? So people used to show multiple items wise prices, like invoices. In the invoices they would mention hotel is this much, land part is this much, and flight is this much, right? So that was not the ideal way of how you would want them to actually see the invoices, right? So with this what you can do is actually click on edit, click on the rearrangement part, and you can actually choose and drag down on what you want to share earlier, right? Let's say you have hotel, flights, and land part. So, but what you can actually do is you want land part to come on top, then hotel part, and then the flights. So, if I do the apply order, it will change, and your invoice will get updated like this, which I have done here. So, this enables you to actually have much more clarity in controlling on how you want to communicate your customers about the invoices. Right. Moving on, these are the upcoming webinars that we have scheduled, which the second webinar will be held on 19th May 2026, and that webinar will focus on the advanced lead management, which you can actually, how you can control your sales better. Post that on 22nd May of 2026, we will cover the webinar 3, where we will discussing supplier and hotel operations. So I will wait for a couple of minutes to, if you have any questions for us that we can answer through the webinar, we will take it from here. You can post it in the comments. So we have received a question that system. I will read the question first and will try to write the question if I am able to do it. Let me. So the question that we have received, system is still not giving land and hotel price separately, right? It is dividing my markup only in land part. So this is a fair question and this is a feature that we launched earlier. So what I will do, we will post the support answer in the group as well. We have a separate Google Meet, but what you can do is you can actually go to the trip section. Let's say I am going to the in progress tab. This is a quotation that I have given. Let me choose another quotation. Right. I can go to the edit code. This is a transfer that I have given. The summary. And earlier my strategy used to be totals markup like 10%. Now this is a very fair question that sir has like the team has asked. I have a very different markup in hotel and a very different markup in the land part. So because the hotels have been competitive, the prices are always available. So you can actually go here, choose the pricing strategy as per component, right? And you can put a different markup. 2% here, transfer you can put 10%, and activity you can put 15%. You want to put a specific amount, you can do that as well. And basis on that, you can change the text type as well. So this becomes easier for you to actually have a separate markup at individual component level, right? So I hope that answers your question. What we will do, we will put this message, support message. We will have a separate Google Meet with you so that we can educate you on this as well. If you have anyone have any other questions, we would be more than happy to take. Is the price syncing feature designed to ensure that if a manual rate is added in the quotation, the same manual rate is automatically reflected in the service booking as well? Booking is created through an Excel sheet upload. Okay, I will read the question again. The question is again from one of our outbound DMCs. Is the price syncing feature designed to ensure that if a manual rate is added in the quotation, the same manual rate is automatically reflected in the service booking as well? Booking is created through an Excel sheet upload. So just allow me a couple of seconds. I will show you it via the product itself. So the question is more about that if you have already created the services into the software using a sheet, right? System will always give priority to that because in most of the teams that we work with, the rate list, the contracting part is kind of very core to your business. You want to, the owners, the leadership team want to control that prices within themselves, right? So there are two cases, right? If the rate is less than the original booking amount which you have changed, system will update it because it is giving more profit to you, right? And if the prices are more, system is asking you that not to sync, but it will only sync only when you have reviewed everything. Because if we blindly do this, the markup might affect, right? But the profit can be still increased, right? So that is a conscious choice that we have done. Okay. We have received another question. Sometimes we take complete package from DMC for international tours. How can we put receive code in Simba to make it personalized as my company code? This is a fairly simple ask that we have and we have received from a lot of companies. So this is a lengthy process. I think would not be suitable for me to show from the webinar. What I will do, we will post you a video and a solution on the WhatsApp group. But with Simba, I will quickly show you what we can actually do at a faster level. So with Simba, the right way is you can simply create hotels and services on the go, right? I can just simply tell it's a 5-star package, it's in Jaipur, Hotel Shiva Grand, and it's a CP plan, right? And room type is deluxe room. I can just simply create the hotel and save it, and I can mention my price. So in this way, you will be able to actually create the package in your own format. Because for you, if you are taking a package from DMC and sending it to your customer, the standardization has to be there. The formatting has to be up till onto your brand standard. So this is a fairly easy process from Simba. What we will do just after this webinar, we will have a Google Meet with you to explain the procedure in details. Any other question that you would have for us? So just quick shout out to our existing customers. Hi Bhavani ji from Starfield. Quick shout out to Kolohi Holidays. Hi sir, how are you? Looking forward to work with you. We are open for a couple of minutes more. If you have any questions with us for us that we can show you from the product, would be happy to take them. Anyways, very recently you would have noticed that we have started adding a dedicated customer support number to your group. So you can just simply tag that number onto the group, and whoever is available from our team from the support perspective, they will reply you to instant. So in this way, we are ensuring while you are working on a live package or a live booking, you get the right support from us, and the human component helps us to serve you better. So it's very easy. Just tag Semba customer support in the WhatsApp group, and whoever is available from our team will reply you at the earliest. Any question that you would have for us, you would be more than happy to take it. I think we are also just a little over with our scheduled time. In case if you have any questions, if you have any queries, feel free to reach out onto the group, or you can directly reach out to me via call, message, and I would be more than happy to answer. Looking forward again, moving back, looking forward to have you all back in the webinar 2, which is on advanced leads management, held in which will be on 19th May 2026. Right? Just looking forward to host you there as well.